What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be breaking down the exact costs for building this car and probably any other Camaro to run 9-second quarter miles. Now, before we get right to the video, guys, this video was brought to you guys by JorgeSpeedShop.com. Make sure to go check the website out. Go get your shirt, get your cap. And you guys see here this 2020 Grom. It is going to be given away to one of you guys. Every $20 spent on the website right now through October 31st, the last 2 weeks of this giveaway, gets you 4 entries to win this 2020 Honda Grom, which we have upgraded with an exhaust, intake, tune, and we've got a couple more things coming before we give this away. So go grab your shirt, get your cap, and support the channel, and hopefully you will get this beautiful Honda Grom. But with that being said, let's get right to the video. All right, guys, so as you guys may or may not know, if you're new to the channel, this is my 2019 Camaro SS, and it is a mid 9-second car. We are going to look at what it costs to run 9 seconds, mid 9 seconds, consistent, easy 9 seconds, quarter mile passes at the track. So before we talk about it, of course, I've got to give you guys the cold start. Now, this is a warm startup because I've been driving the car around, but you guys will be able to hear the chop. Man, I love how deep and how choppy this cam sounds. Great performance. Brett, you are a mastermind. You got this thing chopping hard. But anyways, let's get right into talking about the modifications on this car. Now, there's quite a bit of performance stuff done to this car, as long as also a lot of visuals. So we're gonna go step by step and really focus on the performance parts for this video, guys. That is what gets this car to the mid 9-second quarter miles. So there's a few things that we can focus on, mainly in the engine bay and also a bit of the weight reduction and what we have here. And we're going to tally all that up for you guys in this video. So stick around and watch to the end, where we'll give you guys the final breakdown of everything and what it cost. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the most important part, and of course that is the power plant here, guys. And there's a lot of stuff going on, but we're gonna go step by step and break this down for you guys. So the first thing that we have is we've got ported heads and cam package here. So that total together was about $5,500, including the labor, and that breaks down to, we've got GPI Ported Heads, which are stock compression. They're not milled, so those were about $900. We've got a Pre Stage 3 cam, another $400, and then all the labor to do the cam swap back and forth. All in all, heads and cam package, we are looking at $5,500, and that is one of the biggest chunks of cost in getting this car to 9 seconds. So $5,500, and I'll try to put keep a tab up here on one side of the screen showing you guys kind of the tally as we go along. Then the other obvious big things that you see here, guys, are this Rotofab Dry Air Filter, which is about $450. So I'll go ahead and put that on the screen. And the Performance MSD, which is $1,500. Pre Ported MSD, which is $1,500. And here we've got the solar 95mm throttle body with the solar performance adapter bracket, which is another $500. So you are looking at $2,000 in the manifold and throttle body and $450 for the Rotofab. Now we've also got our underdrive pulley, which hopefully you can kind of see there. That is a 10%, I believe, underdrive pulley, and that is $500. That was installed at the same time as the heads and cam, so we can add that to the list. We also added an E85 flex fuel sensor, which is kind of somewhere back here in the back of the engine there, and that was $225 from Lethal Performance. You can get different levels, some more expensive and some cheaper, but it was $225, so we'll go ahead and add that. We then got a tune from Pre Performance, who has done an amazing job, and his remote tunes are $600, but you do have to get a few other things like HP tuners and all the credits needed, along with a wideband. So depending on your setup, whether you have an auto or a manual, you will need between $800 all the way up to $1,200, $1,300 for just the tuning through Pre Performance. But it's 100% well worth it, guys. You definitely want to get Pre to tune your car. This thing has been on a whole nother level ever since we went with Pre Performance remote tuning. And we finally also have our Speed Engineering 1 7/8 headers, guys. You could probably see them a little bit better here, and that includes the 1 7/8 headers and X pipe from Speed Engineering, which came up to a total of $600 with the plugs and all the extra accessories. And that has been by far the best bang for the buck on this car, guys. $600 gets this car running mid-nines, really simple and easy, and definitely worth the price. There's others that are a little more expensive, and if you want to go that route, you'll get the same performance. So that pretty much does it when it comes to the base NA engine here, guys. Of course, we do have the nitrous kit, which we will go over and add here in a bit. But as far as the actual engine without the nitrous kit, that is all it has. It's just a heads, cam, and then, you know, full bolt-on setup. And the total is on the screen as you guys see it running right now. And of course, we've got a few other things like the nitrous kit, which, as you guys see here, has a lot of upgrades. We've got the Big Show Purge kit, which is a little bit more expensive. We've got the standalone fuel system that gives us the ability to run C16. As you guys see here, we've got the full big tank that runs our C16, and we've also got a big 15-pound bottle in the back. So that whole nitrous kit together was pretty pricey once we added in the nitrous controller, timing retard box, and a few other things that you guys can see back here. We are all in the nitrous kit at $3,500, guys. So it's definitely not cheap by any means, but as you guys have seen, it is proven to work. I mean, the car just flat out performs. So all in all, here is the total running score right now. And then finally, the other big thing that I do have on this car that you would probably want to get and could probably find maybe cheaper options is, of course, the full weld RTS front and rear drag pack. In the front, I have an 18-inch weld skinny wheel on an M&H bias ply 28-inch tall tire, and the back I run a 305 45 17 ET Street R on a 17 by 10
rear weld. And this whole setup, guys, you can find them used and new, but you're looking at roughly, give or take, about $3,000 with tires. So that is going to go on the list. So as you guys can see, it does start adding up a little by little, and the total that we have so far now with everything, engine, wheels, and nitrous kit, is right at about $17,000. The exact figure will be on the screen. So yes, it is quite a bit of money, guys, but when you look at what the prices of these Camaro SS's are going for, this is of course a 2019 with the 10-speed, but the 2016 to 2018 with the 8-speed can be just as stout and just as impressive, and even have a little bit better tuning capability with the transmissions to get a little bit more performance out. So you can actually go and buy yourself these Camaros for anywhere between, you know, $28,000 to $35,000 used. New, I was able to buy this car for $37,000. It's a 1SS, and it has really been an amazing car. So if we were to look at buying one of these things used for, let's say, $32,000 to $33,000, which is not out of the question for a 1SS, guys, you would be able to go and add a very similar combination to what I've got with the nitrous, and go out and be able to run easy consistent nines between 9.6 to 9.8, 9.9, even in the dead middle of the summer, for right at $50,000. Now, a couple of the things that I have done, which I don't think really make that big of a difference, are the drop springs. Now, these are the YYZ drop springs, which are supposed to be actually very helpful for launching, and as of yet I haven't had any issues launching. But the springs are only about $400, so it doesn't add that much more cost to it. The rest of the stuff is just all visual. That is not needed. I do have the passenger seat and rear upper seat removed, and some turn downs in the rear. But overall, guys, I am super impressed. When I sat down and did the tally and everything, I couldn't believe that I was able to be out there running the times that I'm running with the amount of money that I put into this car. Now, it is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, it is a lot of money, but when you look at the cars that this thing is competing with and where it's at, and what some of these Mustangs are spending on their setups, I mean, for Mustangs to get into the 9-second range, they pretty much are all having to go boosted, which means getting a big blower or turbo kit, which can be anywhere from, you know, $8,000 to $12,000, getting all the necessary suspension work, which is a few other grand, maybe $3,000 in suspension work to get that car to hook and go. And then you still have tuning, wheels, and a bunch of other things. So Mustangs, you can easily end up spending close to $20,000 to $25,000 when it's all said and done, with the fueling, suspension work, and all that, to get them to run nines. And this thing is doing it for under 20 grand. And I think you could even get away with getting all this done for right at $15,000, guys. That is how you can get a 9-second consistent car for under $50,000. I mean, I just don't think you can beat the performance that you get out of this car for the amount of stuff that you have. I mean, it's still completely almost bone stock suspension, the only difference being the drop springs, but I mean, typically those end up hurting you. These have been very good, and I don't have the wheel hop, I don't have any of the issues that a lot of other cars seem to have. So all I can say is I'm super impressed, and I'm happy with the performance of this car. And we are only going to get faster, guys. So there is still a lot of few things that we can do. I'm not going to be adding more power like I've mentioned, but I actually do have the front aerospace lightweight brakes, and those should save quite a bit of weight, about 40 pounds in the front, especially with rotating rotor. And we can still also order the rear brakes, which will save us a little bit more in the back as well. We're still definitely got quite a bit more to go. We can get this car even faster without even having to turn up the power. I'm just excited about how good this car and this whole setup has performed and turned out. It's just super nice to drive around. I went around and drove it, and great daily, but when you need the power, just open the bottle up and let it eat. There you guys have it. That is how you can get a 9-second car for under $50,000 and go out and have fun, enjoy, be reliable, and have a good time the way that I am. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure, link in the description below, go check it out. The last 2 weeks left. If you've made it this far, go get yourself a cap, go get yourself a shirt, and support the channel, and hopefully get yourself 4 entries for the giveaway Grom, and you might be the winner of the Grom. But with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.